Hi, my name's Carl from the Sash Latch Company, and this is a short video just explaining the murky world of the sash lock. We get plenty of phone calls from people asking for information, basic information on what they actually are. What's the difference between a 5 lever and a 3 lever? What's the difference between a bathroom deadbolt and a bathroom sash lock? So I'm going to put a small video together just to explain a few things. We'll do the anatomy, we'll quickly jump online and give you a few examples, and hopefully by the end of this we'll be somewhere towards answering some of your questions. So without further ado, let's get back in and look at these things close up. So here we have a very basic 3 lever mortise sash lock. We'll start off with the 3 lever part. 3 lever locks tend to be used for internal doors where you want to keep things sort of private, but it's not really high security. When it comes to external doors, front doors, back doors, your insurance firm quite rightly will require you to have a high grade lock, and that's generally what they refer to as a 5 lever lock, and a 5 lever lock with a British standard kite mark. We can get into European locks, Euro 5, but we won't go there right now. So let's go for the basic anatomy. So this part here is what we call the striker. This goes on the door frame, and it's got an opening built into it where the latch and the deadbolt go into it. On this particular lock here, we've got this what we call a forend. Forends can be separate, or in this case it's actually been built in. And at the top end of the forend we've got the latch, and this part here is the deadbolt. Moving down, where there's another very, very important consideration when choosing the right kind of lock for your door, and that is called the back set. Now that's the distance between this face here and the centre here, and that will determine where your door handle sits. We'll jump online a bit and I'll show you kind of image of the doors and give you a bit of an idea. So for example, if you're dealing with a door which has a door knob, you must understand that you're gripping from the outside and you need a fairly big gap between there and there. When you're dealing with a lever handle, your hand's been taken away from the edge of the door, so this can be slightly closer. Also, if you've got something like a 4-panel Georgian door where you've got a very, very wide central rail, you can bring the handle in and out, it works well. But if you've got a door with a set gap all the way down the side there, you're going to want to try and attempt to get your mortise lock to actually be sort of central, so you're not too far to one side or the other. It can be quite jarring on the eye. Again, with this sash lock here, there's another consideration. Nothing to worry about too much, but it's what we call the centres. So between the centre of the mortise lock opening and the centre of the round of the keyhole, in this case it's 57 millimeters. This is pretty standard across the board, but if you are going to be going slightly off piste and getting handles which have got slightly different centres, it's worthwhile just asking the supplier, what are the centres and what are the appropriate mortise locks to go with it. And like I say, this kind of door here, or this kind of sash lock here, is in effect mortised into the side of the door. So in effect, the carpenter will drill and machine out a slot, and this actually fits internally. And then this last section here is then carefully routed out, trimmed out, and then sits nice and flush with the door. Okay, we're now going to go over to the to our bathroom sash lock. Again, absolutely identical, same striker, same 4 ends. It's got the latch here, it's got the deadbolt, but the only real difference is, and this thankfully is standard industry, we've got this 5mm opening. So just to re-clarify, the top one is an 8mm opening, the bottom one is a 5mm opening, and that will be working with a bathroom deadbolt, and that will sit in that way and turn. So you'll notice here that this is the bathroom turn and release 5mm bar, and this is the bar they use to join 2 handles together. Now we're going to pop over now and quickly look on the online, and we'll show you how some of the considerations to look at depending on the style of your door. Okay, we just popped over to Google Images and onto doors here. So I'll click this one here, and we'll just zoom in. So this is a fairly typical Georgian 6-panel door. Now, when I was saying about getting away with things regards your lock, this one here is a fairly typical one here, because where you can do this It's got a very, very wide central rail. It's going to have a wooden block in there if it's composite material, or obviously be wood all the way through. And this way here you can choose a mortise sash lock, which could be sort of slightly off the centre point here, and it won't be jarring, it'll work fine. Where you have to be very careful is when on this next example here. Now this one here, was zoom in this one. This is a sort of typical kind of Howden style door. Obviously, yes, the top and bottom rails are different in height, but that's neither here nor there. But this is the important part here, is that you're going to want your handle to be as central as you can along here. You're unlikely to get it exactly right, but you're going to get it sort of pretty close. And again, there will be a wooden block on both sides. If you refer back to your manufacturer instructions, they'll tell you exactly where they are. But then you're going to want to make sure you choose your sash lock to have the correct back set to make sure the handle is going to be fitting nicely in the middle. Well, I hope you found that little video useful. I'll give you a bit more of an idea of what a sash lock actually is. Just to help you a little bit further, on every listing we have created a set of drawings which tells you exactly how far the back set is and where the screws are and how deep it goes, and that can be found on the right hand side of every listing, directly under the basket page or the section. So just recover where we've been covering the sort of basic 3-lever sash lock. I also explain what a 5-lever sash lock is, also how bathroom sash locks work. And again, if you get any questions, please just drop us an email or give us a call on our factory number. My name's Carl. I hope you found this useful, and thank you for watching.